It's the Aviators and the Pats, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
With a sky.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And how about that for some fireworks to start this one?
And the fireworks turned out to be for the kicking team, didn't they?
Yeah.
I mean, go down there, make a play, knock it free, and end up with the football. And for the team who's supposed to have the ball, now their defense has to run out on the field and see if they can slow things down a bit.
A quick scramble for the helmets, and now we switch sides. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Aviators will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home should steamroll it. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And it's interesting, isn't it? The psychology of a team coming onto the field down 8-0 instead of the normal 7, or sometimes when you're fortunate, just 6. 8-0 almost connotes a sense of urgency that really isn't there yet. It's too early in the game. Go down and score. Heck, kick the extra point and be down 1. Don't chase points too early. Just worry about scoring.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. On the return is Williams. Muscles him off. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Off play action. Russell. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Off the play fake. Russell.
Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Uses the spin.
That's some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run.
Aviators go up by 2 touchdowns.
This is a great decision right here. Out of the pocket to his left, and he knows if he waits too long, the defense is going to be all over him. So he makes a decision to go and wins the race to the pylon.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And bulldozing his way through.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get with it.
Williams loses the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
This defense, Charles, very opportunistic here early. A 2nd fumble recovery in this 1st quarter of play.
Yeah, you mentioned the right word, opportunistic and aggressive, because once they got the 1st fumble recovery, they were eager to get a 2nd one, and sometimes they just come in bunches. On the flip side, they've got to figure out how to hold the ball because the play calls seem to be okay. They're just not executing.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Russell. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now. It's Brooklyn in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw. Russell. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure.
Touchdown!
Trey McBride,
26 yards.
and the Aviators continue to pull away here in this 1st half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now Jones.
Throw left side, taken in by Pittman.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Okay, here we go.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Throwing Jones. In trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you...
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid gain there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down.
And the Aviators will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Taken at the goal line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Russell.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
It's a big play there. 55 yards. Looking to throw. Russell. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now of the season.
And the Aviators take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and 6.
Off play action. Jones. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on third down. Jones.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Jones hit and the ball's out.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going. No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run.
And the Aviators are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now Williams running left. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Off the play fake. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case. With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 3rd down, Russell. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here.
Touchdown!
Jalen Waddle
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Aviators extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the McPherson on to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Jones from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there on third down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for New England. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what.
It got his man complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
An 80-yard touchdown.
and the Aviators continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
So the Patriots coming out now.
I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones.
Connecting here with Pittman on the out route.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Now a throw here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second down and 1.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Does the big boy have the juice?
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
It's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
That's going to go as a loss of 17 on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. Back to throw. Russell. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's to his running back, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they've faced in this ball game.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now the Patriots gearing up to go now.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. but do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Jones, off play action. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. From the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. So they still get the completion even though the blitz was on. But the blitz got there. Does that stay in the mind of the quarterback the next couple plays?
That's what you're hoping for. That's what you're planning for. It's a little risk reward, right? You're leaving your guys on an island back there in man coverage. But you take the chance that you get to the quarterback. And
oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling this team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Brooklyn, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-3.